next on the Sketchbook Veteran. Are your Midjourney images all starting to look and feel the same? Do you wish your version 5 images weren't so stiff and cold? Maybe you've heard about Niji, Midjourney's standalone anime server, but haven't tried it out yet. Well, thanks to several new parameters now available on the main Midjourney servers, you can infuse Niji's anime styles into your prompts. And the results, as you can see here, are absolutely stunning. What's going on, Midjourney artists? My name is David, and this is a Sketchbook Veteran. Today, we're going to explore the extraordinary versatility of Midjourney's amazing anime styles, which you can use with any of your current or older Midjourney prompts. If you're not familiar with Niji, it's a separate standalone instance of Midjourney focused on Japanese anime art, accessible via their own unique Discord channels. Currently, there are 3 Niji styles available in Midjourney: cute, expressive, and scenic. We'll explore and dive into each one so you can get a good sense of what they can and cannot do. And you'll be pleased to know, incorporating Niji into your workflow couldn't be easier. By adding just 2 simple parameters into your Midjourney prompts, you can work with all 3 styles from the same Discord communities and channels you're already using. So you might be wondering, what's the big deal with Niji? Or maybe you don't even like anime. Well, that's the really exciting part. Adding any of these styles to your Midjourney prompts will essentially supercharge their color, composition, mood, and overall visual appeal. Plus, you can control the relative strength or influence of Niji via the pre-existing Stylize slider. Niji styles work with all kinds of subject matter, they're exceptionally powerful, and they're super easy to apply. Let's get started. In order to demonstrate the full range of Niji styles, I created several Midjourney version 5 images that convey a range of techniques and subject matter, from cartoonish to realistic to rendered. We'll apply each Niji style, cute, expressive, and scenic, to these V5 images so we can observe how Niji interprets the very same prompts. Then, we're going to apply the Stylize parameter to fine-tune our results. Okay, let's head over to the prompt lab. In our previous videos, we created a baseline prompt format, which is what I've used for each of the images we'll be examining today. We'll begin by creating alternate versions of each of these V5 images by adding the following parameters to each of their underlying prompts: --Niji, space 5, another space, --style, and either cute, expressive, or scenic. Let's take a look at our first example. You can see the original V5 image at the bottom left corner. To maintain consistency, I added the seed value from the V5 image into the prompts of each of the 3 Niji images in the middle of the screen from left to right. If you're not familiar with the seed parameter, it's a randomly generated number uniquely created for each prompt you submit. Think of it as the DNA of your Midjourney images. To obtain a seed, visit the initial set of 4 images you created and then react to it in Discord with the envelope emoji, as you can see in this demonstration. Niji clearly retained the happy mood and tone from the original image, as well as the overall illustrative or animation style. And yet, each image is also clearly different. The cute image is hand-drawn and loose, the colors are faded and muted, and several props are added such as the table and the banners. The expressive image drops all of the props and brings the character to the foreground. There's also an enhanced use of color, and the character is expressing more emotion too. Meanwhile, the scenic version has a strong emphasis on storytelling. Supporting characters and a fuller environment were added, the lighting and the time of day are also much more evident. Let's conduct the same analysis against our other version 5 images and their cute, expressive, and scenic variations. First, observe what elements each Niji style borrows from the original image. And then, notice what each Niji style adds, removes, or changes from the original. After making dozens of test images for this video, I found that Niji results vary dramatically based upon the subject matter and artists within a given prompt. Niji styles appear to work best with animals, monsters, and robots, possibly because the bot doesn't have to worry as much about symmetry or proportions with non-humanoid subjects. In other words, it's probably easier for Niji to hide mistakes to animals, monsters, and robots, Or we humans are just less forgiving regarding mistakes to humans or humanoid characters. In any event, whenever you get a Niji result with deformities or oddities that you don't want, I found there are two best practices. Number one, change, add, or remove one of the artists in your prompt. Artists have strengths and weaknesses, and it's really easy to get a mismatch. I generally recommend including 2 to 3 artists per prompt to cover any such gaps. Or number two, re-roll the prompt 2 to 3 times, or create 2 to 3 variations on one or more of the individual images in your initial set of 4. Often, minor issues like extra fingers or limbs can be easily corrected with just a few re-rolls or a few variations. And finally, we can apply the Stylize slider to control how much or how little influence Niji has on our images. Stylize has a range from 0 to 1000, as you can see in these examples. At 0, there's little to no difference between the original image and the Niji variation. The most dramatic changes occur between 0 and 250, so let's try again with a smaller set of values. That's more like it. The sweet spot is somewhere around 50 to 100. This will vary from prompt to prompt, but it's a good starting point. Okay, let's test this theory against a couple more images. And we're done. That's all there is to using Niji in Midjourney. Okay, let's recap our Niji process. Number 1, create a new Midjourney prompt and include an aspect ratio parameter. Good options are 2 to 3, 4 to 5, or 16 to 9. Number 2, run the prompt and grab the image seed from the resulting set of 4 images. This is optional, but useful if you want to maintain consistency over iterations. Number 3, recreate the prompt you just ran. After the aspect ratio, include the seed, and then add --Niji space 5, another space, --style, either cute, expressive, or scenic. Number 4, run the recreated prompt and then modify the results with the Stylize slider in a new prompt. Start with a value of 50 to 100 and adjust from there. Okay, let's close with a visit to the Transmogr ifier to see just how crazy we can get with these Niji styles via several new images. Thanks for visiting the Sketchbook Veteran. In our next video, we'll tackle vector-based images that you can use for icons, stickers, t-shirts, and more. Be well, Midjourney artists. Sketchbook Veteran out.